Okay, so they have a great cover on here, tie-dyed eggs, some wrapped eggs with fabric, some blue bonnets, some yellow going on, some carnations, and sweet peas. And it's really very colorful. Looks like they've dyed a bunch of eggs on here, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is the April 2021 Good Housekeeping right here. And it's like, really already? Yes, it is. It's that time. So let's get to the very first paper clip that I marked. Spring project, plan your garden. Now, on a side note, okay, first time ever, I have done something my grandma would do. She would order from the Lakeside Collection, and I got a thing last night on my email saying, please don't let this be the end. So I looked at what they had to offer, and I thought to myself, well, usually I don't order plants through the mail because the only two plants that she ever had good luck with plants through the mail was her butterfly bush out here, and then the trumpet vine, which Grandpa's been trying to kill it, and I've been telling him, no, 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 that was Grandma's, but I'm just so happy it comes back each and every year. So hopefully that's what happens this year. But anyway, I ordered myself plum colored roses. Now, to me, that means they're going to be like the sterling silver roses with no thorns on it, that's what I'm hoping for. You ever see the movie Bed of Roses with Christian Slater? That's why I originally fell in love with those roses. And I was like, I've never actually seen or experienced that rose, but that's always been my favorite just because of it. They say it's not exactly purple, it's kind of a blue tint kind of rose, but there's no thorns. So that's why I picked those. And I thought, well, if I can make those grow out here, not only my tomatoes, so I'm really, trying that green thumb this year. I've got to get my seeds at the Dollar Tree when we go in there tomorrow, and that'll be for along the fence. I'm going to try my thumb again at planting Grandma's flower bed out here. God help me. Maybe something will come up, but let's read here. Spring project, plan your garden, the good stuff, on the downtime. And it says, even if it's too early to play in the dirt where you live, prepping your backyard for patio planting is half the fun. Use these tips from the Penn State Extension Master Gardener Coordinator Nancy Canas to set yourself up for success. Timing is everything. Don't be too eager to get plants in the ground. Sinking them in too early is going to lead you to disappointing results. Annuals, tropical plants, and newly purchased perennials should not go in the ground until after the danger of the last frost is past. Check your farmer's almanac and find that out when it's near you. Take your soil's temperature. Now, summer flowering bulbs like dahlias, cannas, and tubas begonias prefer warmer temperatures and shouldn't be planted until the soil temperature reaches 60 degrees Fahrenheit. You can determine how warm the ground is by sticking the probe of an instant read thermometer 4 inches below the surface, leaving it there for 5 minutes. NOS advises testing several days in a row for the most accurate results. Start bulbs indoors. Now, if you can't just wait to get your hands dirty, give that summer blooming bulb a head start indoors, 4 to 6 weeks before the last frost date. Pot the bulbs individually in a well-drained, soilless potting mixture and take them in the bright indoor location. Transplant them when the danger of the frost has passed. Finish non-planting chores. Before it's time to put in new plants, get your garden ready. Pull out the weeds that are winter annuals such as chickweed, hairy bittercress, and hennebit before they go to seed. Now cut out dead or damaged wood from trees and shrubs. If it's too cold outside, make a plan for spring planting. Observe light patterns for indoors to determine where to position new arrivals. Now go for outdoor containers. If you have only a little outdoor space and you want to brighten up your early spring garden, start with the cold-tolerant annuals and vegetables. Canas recommends combining Swiss chard or kale with pansy, snapdragons, lobelia, condylia for a pretty planter you can partially eat. Now, those hardy plants can withstand low temperatures and even a mild frost, but bring them inside if a surprise hard frost comes in. Life skills. They tell this on the same page of the Plan Your Garden. It says, have deeper conversations. Learn how to navigate questions with the advice from the dialogue guy David Wiley Camp, PhD, of the founder of the Dialogue Company. Anticipate possible discomfort. Ask yourself how you might be received. If you ask a woman when she's due and she's not actually pregnant, how will that make her feel? Watch out for quote-unquote othering. When you have a question about someone is different from you, share your experience and ask them about theirs to open the door to the connection. Let curiosity guide you. If asked something that makes you uncomfortable, acknowledge that the question was unexpected, then shift the focus to inquiry by asking a question of your own. Okay, moving forward. Okay, this is 15 minutes that could change your life. Find a place for everything with a similar drawer fixed small stuff organizer, $20 at Utopia.com. Save a trip up the stairs. Keep a bin for clean socks closed to the door. Slip as you head out. The bonus guide, they have a 14-day decluttering challenge, Good Housekeeping, that you can download. This 14-day declutter challenge guide, by joining the GH Plus Club, members get full access to all the GH content, including a subscription, special deals and discounts, this chance to be a product tester, and much more is $20 a year. For your decluttering tips and tools, go to goodhousekeeping.com/declutter_guide. Now it says that transform every room in your home in just minutes a day. Our 14-day declutter challenge offers all the tools and tips you need to get started and have your life organized for good. Join this program designed exclusively for the Good Housekeeping Plus members. Breaking any quote-unquote big project into little bites can make all the difference. Set your sights on tackling one small job each day, and you're going to feel an ongoing sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Here are 3 mini assignments to get you started. Have your supplies and necessities at the ready. Organize your catch-all drawer by removing everything that doesn't serve a purpose. Toss expired coupons, receipts, and seldom used items. Move medical supplies like bandages to a first aid kit. Use a drawer organizer to keep note paper, tape, scissors, pens, and other supplies at your fingertips. Create a shoe haven. Stack clear shoe bins so you can see what's inside, or hang a shoe organizer on the door. Invest in a cedar boot to keep the boots looking and smelling their best. Whip up a kitchen command station. Stick adhesive pockets to the inside of a handy cabinet to keep lists and recipes in one spot. Hang a pin so you won't have to go searching for one. Join that declutter challenge at thegoodhousekeeping.com/declutter guide. Okay, with me, I'm always a cluttery mess because I'm an artistic Leo. I have to have things around me. I have to be able to get to the stuff I need, and I can't have excuses of why I can't get there. Okay. This one I found interesting. Okay, it's say goodbye to indoor allergens. This time of year, pollen, grasses, and other outdoor annoyances often grab the headlines, but indoor allergens can bring on a similar misery: a stuffy nose, watery eyes, fatigue, breathing trouble, and be harder to escape. Here is Lakeisha Wright, MD, MPH, a board-certified allergist and associated physician, and Brigham and Women's Hospital, highlights 4 common culprits and the best way to zap them, plus how a doctor can help with over-the-counter drugs that aren't just doing the trick. Caitlin Perry. Okay, dust mites. These are arthropods like spiders that feed off the skin that shred every day, and they usually nest in fabrics. Dust mites love to live on bedding, so wash your sheets, blankets weekly in hot water and dry them on high heat to kill the mites, says Dr. Wright. She also recommends that you put allergen-proof casting on your mattress pillows. Consider replacing your mattress, which can harbor dust mites. If it's more than 7 years old, if you're carpeting or rugs, clean them weekly with a vacuum that has high efficiency, particular air HEPA filter. Pet dander. It's like pet dandruff, says Dr. Rife, and there are a lot of allergens that the dandruff can trigger symptoms. If you think your pet might be causing your allergens, Dr. Wright advises vacuuming frequently, bathing your pet weekly, and replacing your HEPA air pure filter throughout your home. Washing your hands after interacting with your pet, as well as keeping the pet out of the bedroom, can also help reduce some of the allergen exposure, Dr. Wright says. Mold. Mold and mildew and fungi can usually spot in a moist area such as bathrooms and basements or places near water leaks. While there may be seem to contain in one spot, the spores can travel through the air, and it says they cause issues when you breathe them in. That's why it's important to get those damp areas cleaned. And it says address the root cause of what's allowing the mold to grow, says Dr. White. Dehumidifiers can help out a lot, but make sure to clean out the water they collect a few times a week. Pests. Not pets, but pests. Pests. The main ones we're talking about are cockroaches, mice, which are common in suburban, urban, rural areas. When the feces, urine, or mouse skin cells stand or dry out, they float through the air and spark an allergic reaction inhaled. To make sure there's nothing around to entice pets, keep food in sealed containers, wipe up crumbs, cover the trash cans, clean the dirty dishes. You also want to repair any holes and cracks in structures of your house where pests can get inside. How a doctor can help. A healthcare provider will ask you when symptoms started, how often they happen, the time of day when they're the worst. They may recommend blood or skin prick testing to identify your allergens. From there, nail down a treatment plan. The treatment is really twofold because we often talk about medication like nasal steroids or antihistamines, but environmental control strategies are important as well, says Dr. Wright. If you don't see improvement from your traditional meds, you may want to ask an allergist if you qualify for allergy shots to retrain your immune system to overtrack from triggers. Okay. It's funny, all the things that I marked earlier is like not sticking out to me now for some reason. This part I will go for. I'll read this question for you because this, we're all wanting to know about these new things that are coming out, and they're more better for our environment. So let's read a little bit about it here. Automotive technician from the General Motors from Good Housekeeping Engineering Lab. I'm in the market for a new car. Should I go for an electric one? Electric vehicles, which are known as EVs, are getting a lot more attention lately as manufacturers make bold predictions about phasing out the combustion engine vehicles to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. In fact, there's a good chance more people will be driving electric cars at some point in the future. There are many benefits. In addition to being better for the planet and driving range of electric cars, a common issue with the early models is less concern now, with many including the options at the right. Able to travel more than 200 miles in one charge, an electric vehicle may also help you qualify for thousands of dollars in federal and state tax credits. Plus, you're going to save on fuel maintenance for the life of the vehicle. However, charging an electric car can be a challenge. Even though all the EVs have cords that you can plug into a regular 3-prong outlet for slower overnight charging, you'll have more peace of mind if you install a charger at home. A standard level 2 charger costs about $1,000 to set up. This is quite easy for you at your own house in a driveway, garage, or yard, but more tricky if you live in a building and don't have access to outdoor space. Of course, you can also tap into a growing infrastructure of public chargers, but it's still limited depending on where you live. For the swiftest charging when you are on the road, disconnect or DC fast charging is an option for many new cars. To find public chargers near you, we recommend an app like EVgo, ChargePoint, or PlugShare. The bottom line, EVs offer a compelling option as pricing comes down, infrastructure develops, and their price range is going to continue to increase. And it says sustainable swaps. A compact with a kick for a small city car, a peppy pick with a 250-mile-plus mile range is the Chevy. It's perfect commuting and easy to park. Chevrolet Bolt EV. They say it's going to start at $36,500. The supercharged sedan is a full-size 4-door best-selling EV is fun to drive, and it's a 2021 redesign. Includes the host of upgrades. It's a Tesla Model 3 from $36,990. And it says a powerful choice is the SUV lovers. Ford's first electric SUV offers a smooth, quiet ride with a 300-mile range Ford Mustang Mach-E SUV, and it starts at $42,895. For all our top tested EV picks, go to goodhousekeeping.com, best EVs. That's kind of interesting in itself. Let's see if I marked anything else here. They have some fun crafts here that I want to share with you, and I really wish you could see these pictures. They have an accordion leaf wreath. You want to cut a square out of paper, fold it in half, keep folding on the left. Use a roller and then an X-Acto knife and cut from the top left point to the lower point to increase the triangle. Open the fold starting at the bottom triangle, fold about 1/4 inch, then crease it down. Now flip the triangle over and fold again, repeating steps 3 and 4 until you get to the tip of the triangle, creating an accordion. Fold the accordion folded paper in half and attach 2 middle pieces together with a strip of double stick tape. Repeat steps 1 to 5, varying sizes and colors of initial paper squares in order to make leaves of different sizes and shades. Starting with larger leaves, hot glue a few of different directions of the bottom wreath of the frame, layer small leaves on top, add a few paper or fox flowers to complete. And then they have another one here for salt dough ornaments. Heat your oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. In a large bowl, dissolve a 1/2 cup of salt, a 1/2 cup of warm water. If you would like to color your dough, add a few drops of the food coloring. Stir in and well combined. Then add 1 cup flour and mix until dough is crumbly. Now you're going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You're going to mix with your hands until incorporated. Form dough into a ball and cover lightly with a plastic wrap. Set it aside for about 10 minutes. Now you're going to lightly sprinkle the work area and roll a pin with cornstarch. You're going to roll out the dough until it's about 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick. Cut out egg shapes with a cookie cutter and use a straw to skewer or make a small hole in each for hanging. Press your flour, herbs, or leaves into the dough as desired. Bake for 2 hours and let air dry overnight. Once dough can be painted and hung with ribbons. Now the origami egg cups. It says you want to fold a 6-inch square of origami paper in half. Then fold the paper in half again to make a square, then open it back out into a rectangle. Then fold it in the right edge to meet the center crease. Repeat on the other side before opening both sides back out. Open out right hand side and collapse it to make a triangle. Collapse left hand side as well. Flip the paper over. Fold both edges in to meet the center. Fold the bottom right corner to meet the center crease. Repeat and fold the bottom left corner to the center crease to make up an upside down triangle. Flip the paper over. Repeat steps 8 and 9. Fold top triangle to meet the top paper. Flip the paper over. Repeat on the other side. Open out from the bottom to make the base and press down in the middle to form a cup. Place an egg in the cup and display. And it says, for more easy and creative Easter egg ideas, visit goodhousekeeping.com/Easter-egg-ideas. And that's IDEAS. Okay. And that's all we got for right now. I don't see anything else that I want to share out of this book, which is amazing. But that's it. So thank you for joining the Good Housekeeping sharing of the spring edition. And I hope you enjoyed it. And see you on the next video. Which I know there's going to be another video because that was too short, right? So I won't say goodnight to you yet. And I'll post these two and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned.